Megas. It's just a Pokemon but more. Literally, that's almost all I can say about them. The designs are cool and fun. I think we should really just jump straight into the creation of some new fun Megas. So, Hisuian forms are going to be lost to time, no pun intended, with the older gimmicks. We'll probably never get Hisuian form Megas, even if they do come back. And I know you are probably already thinking I did Zorua, and while I was thinking about it, I chose Hisuian Arcanine. This form of Arcanine is awesome, and although it isn't exactly to my design, let's megafy it. At first I wanted to make it almost horse-like, a Kirin, but the more I thought about it, I wanted it to be much more jagged and draconic, trading the rock type for dragon type. Because for some reason Megas are always about the constant pain they're in, this Arcanine is a walking, immolating dog. The leftover parts of the rock type slowly moving along its body like sinking rock on magma. Shading was difficult, especially when 80% of its body is glowing fire with no shadows whatsoever, but I think it turned out quite well actually. Mega Arcanine, Hisuian form, the legendary Pokemon, a fire and dragon type. By bringing this ancient form of Arcanine into the present, it seems to be able to react to a recently discovered new Mega Evolution stone. Its body is now completely cloaked in flames, so hot that the earth beneath Arcanine melts. Arcanine can even swim and, if fast enough, run across molten rock. It is incredibly aggressive and will bite down on anything it deems a threat, roasting whatever it has in its clutches. When it gets too excited, fiery offshoots reminiscent of wings sprout from its body. Mega Arcanine's ability is huge power. Sylveon didn't even get a Mega in its own game. Sad, but I shall rectify this. My idea for Mega Sylveon was that it gained the flying type we all thought it'd gain, and just becomes more. More bows, more ribbons, so much so that it has to tie them up around itself. It even has the sort of Gigantamax Corviknight thing where it splits off these bows that look like butterflies, with sparkle eyes on them that'd help attack with Sylveon. I wanted to sort of make Sylveon a bit darker here, mainly with the pink to help distinguish it from the base form a bit more. This screams Magical Girl even more than normal Sylveon. It honestly deserves its own special Magical Girl transformation sequence compared to the normal Mega Evolution sequence. Sylveon deserves it, I tell you. Mega Sylveon, the intertwining Pokemon. A fairy and flying type. Reacting to the Sylveonite allows Sylveon the Mega Evolve, gaining the wonders of flight and many new joyous powers. This Pokemon radiates happiness, causing anyone near Sylveon to feel happier and smile, whether they like it or not. Sylveon's ribbons are so long they have to wrap them around their body, but we use them to also entangle foes. Special bows attach from Sylveon in this form and allow it to attack from any range and position. This form of Sylveon has an extreme distaste for dragon types, sending it into a frenzy on sight. Sylveon's ability is Pixelate. You know who's an amazing pseudo who deserves more love and got shafted by their game? Kommo-o. I'm sure so many answers could go there, but I love my almost pseudo kabuki dragon, so I wanted to give it a Mega to truly transform it into something powerful. Standing up straighter and with this massive feather and/or fur cloak, I don't actually know what these offshoots are supposed to be canonically, but they've now grown down to conceal the even tougher body of Kommo-o. It's more like a Shogun Samurai sort of combination. Much more out of the edge with the sharp tail blades, and even their rounded arm scales are able to extend into blades. It also gains the steel type, replacing its fighting type. It does less full-on fighting, but smashes foes with steel-hard blades. I actually decided to add some extra parts to the head as the neck felt a little too thin, and not as bulky and large as I wanted, and it helped sell the more kabuki shogun vibe I wanted to go towards. Here's a massive scary dragon overlord with hidden blades like Assassin's Creed. Mega Kommo-o, the scaly Pokemon, a steel and dragon type. Reacting to the Kommo-Knight allows Kommo-o to Mega Evolve, gaining terrifying tactical knowledge and strength. It has a newfound intelligence in this form that makes battling it a true test of wits. If it does not like the order its trainer gives, it will instead do what Kommo-o wishes. The scales on their arms can be extended into sharp blades, and their tails can be used like a mace or a spear. Kommo-o is a walking weapon that not many can go against. Underneath their furry cloak is a body covered in hard scales, making it both offensively and defensively superior. Kommo-o's ability in this form is Contrary. Alright, let's do one of our Starin Pokemon as a Mega. Obviously these wouldn't actually be available in a Stara, we've already got a gimmick that does it similarly. But the first Pokemon I picked is a more recent addition, Valkyreen. Valkyreen is a mix of a showgirl, entertainer, and a Valkyrie, with a bit of bird or harpy. But in its Mega form, I wanted it to become a full-on Valkyrie, decked out in feather armor, with these cool feather armor head parts, and on the legs as well. It looks more ready for a fight and a little more feral. It also now has the weapon I know Valkyrie's best for, a spear, crafted from one of their feathers. It also gets wings. Original Valkyreen would only really glide due to how light it is, but in Mega form it would be able to just soar around the sky ready to Dragoon jump onto the enemy. Losing the fairy type, it becomes flying fighting. It's much less sweet and much more Pantheon. I kept colours relatively the same. I like the pink and white colour scheme, and the yellow didn't suit it very well, instead opting to put the yellow in the eyes and spear. For some reason I really want to throw this Pokemon, just like absolutely launch it. Mega Valkyreen, the Showbiz Pokemon, a fighting and flying type. Reacting to the Valkyrite allows Valkyreen to Mega Evolve, transforming it into a shockingly fast and powerful fighter. In this form, Valkyreen only thinks about fighting. It gets sad if an opponent is weak and will mock them. It's hard for Valkyreen to find a fair fight though. It's able to fly while Mega Evolved with great wings and is as fast in the air as it is on the ground. It plucks special pinions that transform into ultra-sharp spears that regrow incredibly fast. It loves to leap into the air and then skewer opponents from above while they're completely unaware. Mega Valkyreen's ability is Technician. Golurk is just the coolest, right? Well, what if So my idea for Golurk was that its Mega Evolution energy was so powerful it didn't just break the seal on Golurk, but the entire body, and now all that's left is this ghost positively brimming with Mega energy. A vengeful spirit, it looks similar to Golurk but in ghost form and with a pot arm cannon. Very much like Rotom in quite a few ways, sharing a type and even that sort of jittery electric ghost animations. This would also be a Pokemon that would have suffered from that transformation, but hey, it's a ghost now, it's totally okay. Well, even more of a ghost, and without that groundy body, it now gains the electric type. Another Pokemon here where shading had to be done differently due to it being this energy ghost that just emanates light with no real shadows. I even added little energy bits shooting off the body as well as ones on the pot arm. They could maybe even act as an ammo count. Mega Golurk, the Automaton Pokemon, an electric and ghost type. Reacting to the Golurk allows Golurk to Mega Evolve, transforming itself into a ghostly Avenger. The seal and body on Golurk shatters from the energy of the Mega Evolution process. This would have been painful, but it no longer feels pain. The ghostly energy that takes the form of Golurk cannot move far from its previous body, but it does not need to. It has a powerful arm cannon that unleashes soul-sapping energy blasts. It will curse anyone that attempts to touch the remnants of its body. You may just be struck by lightning if cursed in this way. Mega Golurk's ability is Infiltrator. Okay, so I might have just picked Pokemon I really love for this video. So here's Dragapult. By themselves, they're just such an awesome Pokemon. For their Mega, I wanted to go a Mega Kangaskhan route, barely changing the normal Pokemon, and giving the Dreepies instead the power. My idea was that Dragapult was actually smaller, able to fold itself up Transformers style to streamline itself and become speed. No more having Dreepy launches above, but below the Dreepy now changed to become more bomb-like, dropping from the sky stealthily from the silent Dragapult. They're more rounded now to look like a cartoony bomb. They look less like children, or more in between them and Dracloak. People are gonna hate me for this, but I gave Dragapult Parental Bond in this form. With those stats, it would be kinda bad, but Hey, Mega's already ruined competitive once, why not throw it into the game and see what happens? At the same time, I can understand why this wouldn't fly in a Pokemon game. I think it's a little too militaristic in a way. Mega Dragapult, the stealth Pokemon, a dragon and ghost type. Reacting to the Dragapult type allows Dragapult to Mega Evolve, affecting not only itself but the Dreepy in its care. The Dreepy in its Mega form are exceptionally independent and look to Dragapult only for its ability to carry them around silently and launch them. Dragapult moves through the air with no sounds until it is above their foe, and drop Dreepy onto unsuspecting foes. The Dreepy then use a powerful draconic explosion with a massive radius. In this form, Dragapult folds itself up for even more speed than even its normal form has. Mega Dragapult's ability is Parental Bond. For our final Mega, I thought we could go something a little sillier. Mega Slowbro was weird and silly, and for that it saved Megas. Bless you, Slowbro. So I decided to create a funny Mega for Wombullet, my own Route 1 Astaran Pokemon. This is based on the fact that Wombat poop is square, and also the fact that charging Wombats are super dangerous, and very heavy. I wanted this sort of cartoony looking steam coming from every orifice, but it's actually just Wombullet's hair for practical reasons as well. Yeah, the Minecraft jokes just kind of write itself for this one, huh? Colours I opted to make it redder because it's just furious, simply just so mad everything angers it, and it's like the Juggernaut, ready to just smash through literally everything in its way. Mega Wombullet, the Wombat Pokemon, a ground and fighting type. Reacting to the Wombullet allows Wombullet to Mega Evolve, gaining an unstoppable rage and defensive capabilities. It's so angry that Wombullet cannot be calmed down in this form. It charges through everything, leaving a path of destruction in its wake. If something tries to stop it, it will bury underground with shocking speeds and then burst out of the ground in a destructive manner, causing earthquakes all around. Although it looks like steam coming from its nose and ears, this is actually coarse hair that it uses to stop dirt from entering those areas. Mega Wombullet's ability is Thick Fat. So that's my collection of Megas for the video. What do you think? Comment down below your thoughts and like and subscribe if you haven't already. In the next video we'll explore some more evil parts of Astara and the Pokemon they use. No Zubats and Poochyena for this dastardly duo. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Oh, so forming an angry mob, eh? Who we going after? Hey!